DJ with another one.
Yo, what's good YouTube? It's your boy KHD, and today we're gonna be doing a how-to guide on how I use Jaded. So as everybody should already know, Jaded is definitely Jade's best variation because of all the pressure in this variation. She got ways to make the unsafe moves safe. She can actually make herself some more plus frames. And yeah, just pretty much real good pressure in this variation. And I feel like if you want to use this variation, definitely check this guide out right here, because I'm gonna give you all my tips and everything that I do, like when to use meter, when not to use meter, you know, just everything. And before we get into this video, you already know the drill. Can y'all do me a favor and drop a like on this video? Let's shoot for maybe, let's say like 70 to 80 likes on this video. And I'll keep coming with these tutorials. We got a lot more tutorials to make. And yeah, once again, I'm trying my hardest not to go crazy on the edit. So if I slip up, you'll notice, and I'm probably not gonna edit it out, but it's okay. I really didn't mess up bad at all in the other video. But anyways, let's jump straight into this Jaded tutorial on how I use Jaded. Okay, so Jaded, this variation can actually give her some plus frames off anything unsafe. It mostly revolves around the pole vault cancel, and then the pole vault nitro kick. Now, all three of those moves can help you stay safe, especially let's say you want to go for forward 2. That move is minus 19 on block, so you can be punished. If you did it like right here, you can be punished. So if you went for that into pole vault is minus 3 on block, so you still safe. So you can either down 1 if the other player doesn't have a fast enough poke or a fast enough mid to do on you. You can go for a down 1, keep your turn, or you can actually go into the nitro kick. Now the nitro kick is plus 3, so that gives her some plus frames off anything that's pretty bad, just like this, or back 1, just anything. Actually, it don't even have to be unsafe. It could be anything. I'm pretty sure you already know. Now the other thing is the cancel. Now, the cancel, it can be punished. It can be punished pretty bad, but that's only if you do it a little bit too much. Now you gotta condition people and get them to respect this and get them to respect the pole vault. Once you get them to respect these moves, you can just throw this out like that. Oh, they let me do it. There you go. You can go for a throw, or usually they expect a throw off of this, so they're gonna let go of block. So right there, you can either cancel. I didn't even do that. You can either cancel, go for a low, cancel, go for back 3, forward 3. You can go into anything if they, if they ducking like that. I just wouldn't recommend going into cancel and then doing this, because like I said, they're waiting for that throw, so they're gonna most likely react in the same time that throw would be, put out, like this. Hold on, let me put them on duck. Yeah, right around that time they're down 2, or they might go for a punish, or a down 3, or down 1, or down 4, or whatever they want to do. So in that situation, definitely go for a move that's faster like that, or actually that, or this is actually really good too. And so yeah, don't do the cancel too much, because if you do it too much, then they'll get used to you doing it, and they'll just be home free to punish you, jump out, just doing anything if you constantly keep doing the cancel. And you should always want to preserve your defensive meter. So yeah, that's another reason why you shouldn't just throw the cancel out like that. You want to break away, you want to roll away, you want to wake up, all of that stuff. Now, so the right times to do the kick, the right time to do the pole vault, and the right time to do the cancel. So for this nitro kick, this here. So the best way to get them with that one is to condition them with the pole vault. Now, once they respect that pole vault, you can cancel into the kick, give yourself some plus frames, even up close. She's plus 3 on block. So People can still mash you if you're not fast enough, because sometimes that back 3, 4-3 is not fast enough. So respect that. You can block it and then you can keep your turn. Yeah, kind of like that. If you have to, definitely respect the poke, and you can use that as bait in order to keep your turn. I'm pretty sure if they poke you, they're most likely gonna go for a mid or go for a throw or something, and that way you can just get up and keep your turn and punish them for it. Or if they respect that and they know that you know that they're gonna poke, they'll respect you. You can get right back into your pressure. Now another thing that you can do is that you can actually flawless block after that, but I wouldn't recommend it. That'd be pretty much a waste of meter. Okay, so now we're gonna get into the actual pole vault. So this move. So that move there is actually -3 on block, so you're still safe. But here's the thing. Usually in this situation, you can down one. You can actually down one and disrespect them. You don't have to respect anything they do, because actually after pole vault, this isn't a guaranteed, reason for them to take their turn from you. And I'm gonna show you why right now. Okay, so I set them to do a razor rain instead, because once again, you can't really set them to do a poke or anything. So I set them to razor rain so I can show you that you can actually keep your turn at the pole vault. And you can also flawless block them after this. Okay, so for this one, I actually set them to do the Nitro kick instead. But it can be a poke, it can be any poke, down 1, down 3, down 4. You can flawless block any of it and get a punish. So you actually got a lot of options after pole vault. So you can either flawless block them, you can just respect them, or you can actually disrespect them. Okay, so now that we got into all 3 of the different moves in this variation, now I'm gonna just show you the pure pressure that this variation actually has on a lot of the opponents in this game. I'm gonna show you when to use meter, when not to use meter, how to keep the pressure going non-stop. And yeah, let's jump straight into that now. The perfect way that I do my pressure in this variation, especially on hit, actually on hit and on block, there's a specific way you can keep the pressure going non-stop. So let's say you do land back 3, 4, 3. After that, usually what I go into is pole vault. I would stay over them like this. Actually, whenever they're down, even if they delay wake up, I'm over them. So when they get up, that's when I go for the low and then pole vault again. When they do that, they respect my low, then I go for the overhead. So the damage that these do is, okay, so this one was definitely 18. I think this one is 16. No, that's also 18. This one is 16. Okay, so if I do the math correctly, that's around 52% just from doing these mix-ups. All of these mix-ups equal 52%. And that's all just from them guessing wrong on if you're gonna do the overhead or if you're gonna do the low. Okay, so another thing that I do in this kind of pressure is that I'm always ready to flawless block and a wake up. So like I said, when you go for this, I stay over them, go for the overhead, and this, I might go for a throw after that, let's say that. But in this situation, I'm always ready to flawless block in an up 2 or an up 3, so I'm gonna show you. It's so difficult for some reason. There we go. But if I see that they don't have meter, or if they only have defensive meter, and they might go for a roll, I'm still over them. You can actually punish them for doing a roll. So I'm gonna show you that right now. Okay, so let's say they do a forward roll to get behind you and try to punish you for doing a move like that. They can punish you actually for doing that. So you can either do a throw, so I'm gonna do it right now. You can either do a throw or go into 2-1. Actually, you have to be, you gotta be fast on it. There we go. You can go into 2-1 into pole vault, or you can go into 2-1. You can go into 2-1 into anything. 2-1 into glaives, 2-1 into nitro kick, 2-1 into pole vault, 2-1 into pole vault cancel, nitro kick 2. So yeah, that's just what I do. I just like to stay over people in this variation so I can keep my pressure going non-stop no matter what they do. I can take my turn back another thing is, even off a combo, you can keep the pressure going. So I'm gonna show you this one combo that I like to do, and I end it with the pole vault. You can pretty much end any combo that you want to do with pole vault. And it can push them to the corner. You can get a punish for them doing anything if they try to wake up. And it's actually reset damage because the pole vault does 12%. So adding that on to this, let me see. Yeah, so that's around a good 39 if I'm correct. Yeah, it's around 39% right there off of reset damage because they wanted to press something after you did your pole vault run, or any combo that you want to end pole vault with is still automatically reset damage if they want to press anything afterwards. So actually another lethal thing about this variation is the delay on the run. So this run here is actually really good. I'm gonna show you why right now. So the pole vault run is actually dangerously good. The reason why I say that is also because you can use this in your pressure too. Now, the way that I would use this in my pressure is, let me put them on block. I'm gonna put on block R and duck. So, actually not block R, stance hold. There we go. Okay, so this is why the pole vault run is lethal. Now, when you get people to respect this and respect the normal pole vault, that's when you can start doing this. Now, the reason you can do this and the reason you should start doing this is that for one reason, if they press, you can get a punish. Either way, let me do the run with that one. Either way, you can get a punish if they want to press something, and they too busy respecting you so they don't know when you're going to do the kick or when you're going to do the pole vault. So, you can run them and then do it and push them to the corner, because that's pretty much where Jade is most dominant, is the corner. So using this to get them to respect you, I didn't mean to do that, push them to the corner, and let's get Jade's real damage started. Let's get our real pressure started, which is in the corner. And once again, even in a combo, it's really good. Still in the corner. And with Jade being one of the best corner pressure characters in this game, her getting you into the corner is something that you do not want. But as a Jade player, that's something that you definitely want, because the pressure in the corner is totally different from mid-screen pressure. So in the corner, this is where Jade's pressure gets a lot more lethal. So you gotta do a lot of guessing on her staggers, like back 3, 11 frame, or forward 3 to 16 frame, the overhead, just when she's gonna cancel, go for a throw. She doesn't even have to cancel. She can just do that into a throw, or that into a throw. Everybody should already know about Jade's pressure in general when it comes to the corner. So now I'm gonna get into something else very, very specifically. So I'm gonna get into this Nitro kick a little bit more. So about this Nitro kick, it actually has two different kinds of pushbacks. So as when people are standing, it has a lot of pushback, and it keeps you out of the range. They can actually back up more, and if you try to go for a back 3, they can punish you. Or she has the one where if they're ducking, they stay close, as you seen earlier. Then she can keep her pressure going like this, or she can go for a poke if you're gonna mash, keep your turn. What else can she do? Actually, she can go for that. She can go for anything after that. You know, once again, besides this, because it's a bit slower, and they can mash on that. So yeah, let's get straight into that one. So now I'm gonna show you mostly how to deal with the one when they're standing. That's a lot more lethal against you though, because as a Jade player and you want to get your plus frames, you pretty much want to stay on them with those plus frames, because she really don't have a lot of plus frames. Like she has, I think this is the only thing that has plus frames. She's +5 on it. So after this Nitro kick, gives them enough space for them to step back, and you can whiff this, and once you dial in this string, there's nothing really you can do, because you can't stop it, you can't cancel into anything, and they can just punish you for it. So the best thing to go for, if they block this standing up and they get the full pushback, go for a down 4. Or the best thing you can do, the 100% best thing you can do, is a back 2. So if they want to back up, you back to them. So I'm going to show you that right now. Now, one thing that I forgot to mention about this is that you have to just move up just a little bit. You can dash forward too, and it'll still catch them off guard, but you just have to move up at least a little bit in order to land it. Okay, so the best time and when and where you should use meter is definitely not all the time at all. But the best time is when you notice that you can actually sacrifice meter without being punished for it. So basically, let's say right now at this current moment you have 4 bars. That's actually a good time to use some meter. So you can go for a cancel or you can go for the kick. What I would usually go for is the kick instead, because you need defensive meter more than you need offensive meter. Like if this game didn't have any offensive meter or anything like that, and it's just defensive meter, it wouldn't be that bad, because you kind of need that more, because it gets you out of a lot of situations. Like once again, breaking away, rolling back and forward and stuff like that. You need that stuff more than you need EX moves, because some EX moves actually don't do a lot more damage than, you know, moves that you aren't EXing. Sometimes you don't even need to EX a move. You can still deal a lot of damage. So that's why I think defensive meter is a lot more useful. I'm not saying that offensive meter is not, you know, not useful at all. It's just not more useful than defensive meter. So if you want to spend some meter, definitely go for the kick a little bit more than you go for the cancel. Now another thing that you can actually do is that you can use the amount of meter that you have to bait moves out. So let's say you only had one defensive bar, just one. No offense, just one defensive bar. So if they're paying attention to your meter, they probably gonna think, oh, he's about to go for a cancel, and they try to go for a punish. So right there, finish the strings. Any kind of string that you're doing, finish it. Or you can go straight into pole vault and punish them for that too. Now let's say you only had one offensive meter. They're gonna be like, okay, he's definitely gonna go for the kick to get him some plus frames. So let me get ready to mash after that. What you can actually do here is stagger and go for a throw. Or you can stagger just back 3, go for a throw. Just anytime you're in that situation, go for a throw. Or you can just finish the stagger and just keep doing the stagger. Just bait around with them, play around with them a little bit. Keep your turn. Just toy around with them, and you know, you can save your meter. And by the time you get done doing all the staggering, I'm pretty sure you have some more defensive meter, and I'm pretty sure you have a full bar of offensive meter. Now, one more very good move in this variation is that they made the Nitro kick not switch sides. So that's really good, especially for corner combos, and it's really good for pushing people to the corner further and further, so that you can actually get in the corner and get your pressure started or get some combos going. And it's not switching the sides when you don't need it to switch sides. Like let's say you are about like right, let's move up just a little bit. You're about right here and you go for it. It's not switching sides, because in that situation you'll be right where she's standing, just up a little bit more, and you'll be in the corner, and they can do pretty much whatever they want over there to move in on you and get you in the corner completely, so that, you know, they can take their turn and punish you in the corner and inflict a lot of damage on you. So now we're gonna get into Jaded in the corner. So actually in the corner, I already went over the whole, you know, staggering in the corner and how lethal she is in the corner. One thing I actually want to go for in the corner is some really nice combos. Now, in the corner, when you go for the pole vault run, you can actually freely do this and get the crushing blow. So basically what I do is any corner combo that I want to go for, I either end it in a double Nitro kick forward to get that crushing blow loaded, or I can go for something like that. If you run max distance with the pole vault and you do this, it's a crushing blow. So even in the corner, if you're running like this is still max distance. It still counts. So I'm gonna show you a couple combos. I might have to get, actually I'm gonna edit those out. I'm gonna edit out the crushing blows. I'm gonna just skip to the next part. So those are just a couple of the combos that I usually go for in the corner and get that crush and blow loaded, because this crush and blow actually does damage over time. And I think it does around 23%, 25% or something like that. So, and actually one more thing that everybody should know about the pole vault run is that you can run full screen and do this, and you can still get the crush and blow full screen too. And yeah, that's about it. There's nothing else really crazy about this variation. It's just the pressure is really good in this variation. They didn't really add anything else. They just added the two nitro kicks forward, the cancel, and the nitro kick cancel too. And yeah, that's about it. So if you're looking forward to using Jaded, or a better way in using Jaded, there you go right there. I just gave you pretty much everything that I usually do with this variation. And right about there, that's where we're gonna wrap things up. If you enjoyed this, drop a like on this video. Again, maybe like 70, 80 likes on this video. I would really appreciate that. I love you all. Jade Gang for life. And I'll see y'all in the next video tomorrow.